Hey everyone, it's Corey here and welcome to the 5-day $500 kitchen facelift challenge. So it's done. The project is done. I am so thankful that it is done and it looks amazing. So let's go take a tour real quick. You ready for it? Here we go. Got a little seating area right here. Got your living room, lounge area, dining room, and of course, what all of y'all came for, the kitchen. So let me give all of you a breakdown room by room of what I did and how things turned out, and we will go from there. All right, everyone, let's start right here in the living room space. This space is amazing. First thing you'll notice is it's not dark anymore. All the paneling, or the old 70s paneling, has been painted over. That brown color is gone. Been replaced with this really, really light gray color and this ultra white trim. Because we have very limited light in this space, there's only one set of windows. Had to go with a really, really light color to make it work and to really open up the space. And it does. It feels so contemporary, and it's taken the space from being very 1970s to being very modern and very transitional. So just like with the living room, this dining room area got fresh paint, same wall color, all the trim is the same with that bright white. I do want to point out that I replaced all of the plate covers and switches here with white. I tried using the almond color that was here originally. It looked really old and dated, so I had to just update. If I was updating, I had to update everything to make it look right. So all those plates, face covers and plates for the plugs and switches, everything got updated. I did leave an Easter egg in this room. I don't know if you've spotted it yet, but can you see what it is? It's this door. I left this door unpainted, and the reason why I left this door unpainted was as a reminder to myself and anyone else who walks through this space that this whole room, kitchen included, whole room used to all be this color. And it's amazing what some paint can do to a space. All right, so let's get down to the kitchen. This is what y'all are all tuning in for, and this is what everybody keeps asking me about. So the first thing you'll notice before we deep dive into the kitchen is something's missing. Like a big cabinet that used to go right here. And yeah, it's gone. Now in the prior video, I'd actually mentioned that I thought I was gonna have to keep it. There was some electrical that ran in the cabinet kind of at this end, and then the ceiling underneath the cabinet was actually flat. There was no texture on it. Well, one of those things, it just hit me one day as I was working. I knew where that wire went. I had seen where it had gone before, and I was like, I can get that rerouted real easily. Reroute that wire. That allowed me to go ahead and cut off the cabinet, pulled it down, retextured the ceiling, and for about $17 worth of retexture, this entire problem of this low-hanging cabinet is entirely gone. And now the space is so much more open between the living room space where the camera is at now and this kitchen space. It also allowed me to put some really cute bar stools right down here below. And those help complement the rest of the kitchen and allow people to actually sit here while somebody's cooking or while somebody's getting something out of the fridge and working without being in the space in the kitchen, which is something that it felt like was needed before because that weird cabinet came right in line with your eye level and create a weird space. All right, so here we are in the kitchen itself. It's pretty cool. So first thing you'll notice is the cabinets are not brown anymore. They are this really, really like soothing color of green. In the process of redoing everything, I went ahead and decided to redo all the hardware. So you'll see all the hardware on all the cabinet doors has all been switched out with this matte black finish. The backsplash tile, of course, is new. It was not here before. This is like a marble look tile. In this area here, there used to be paneling. So I ran this backsplash all the way up into this area to just give you a really unified look. And then I added this little shelf. This was not here before. This little shelf is actually made out of a cabinet door that came off of the cabinet that was above the bar area. I know I mentioned in previous videos I was not going to be able to get rid of the countertop. Same goes for the sink and the sink faucet. All of that is original to the space. All of it was in pretty good shape. It's been cleaned up. It's good. It will definitely work in this space for years to come without any problems. But let me go ahead and spin around to the other side of the kitchen so you can see how that looks. All right, so let's check out this side of the kitchen over here. Let me get out of this shot so you can see a really good view. Just like on the other side of the kitchen, everything's been painted. There's new hardware on everything. Backsplash tile was ran all the way up the wall and behind the stove over here. I made these cute little shelves. These shelves, just like the shelf above the kitchen sink, is actually a recycled cabinet door from the cabinet I took down above the bar. And other than that, everything just got cleaned up. I know in one video I pointed out there used to be a piece of laminate here. It cleaned up really well. All that came off. So let's get out of here, out of the kitchen, and let's go talk numbers and see where we're at in this project. All right, so y'all have seen the space. I absolutely hope that y'all enjoy it. But of course, this was a challenge, right? It was a 5-day, $500 challenge to see if I could remake this whole space, and for, you know, kind of a budget that I had from 3 years ago, from like 2019. So was it doable? Well, we already know if you watched the other video. If not, go back and watch the other video. If you watched the last video, you'll know that the 5 days wasn't going to happen. It just, these upper cabinets back here, they, watch the other video. You'll know. Frustration level is through the roof. But let's talk about the $500. Did I or did I not? Here's the numbers. I spent $198 on paint. That was the paint for the cabinets, paint for the wall, and the primer. Paint supplies was $137. That included things like sandpaper, wood filler, not just tape and say plastic for the floor, but all of it. The tile for the kitchen backsplash was $118. Cabinet hardware was $114. Electric, which is the outlet covers that I mentioned that I replaced all of them, that was $24. And then I had to buy one piece of wood. I was so frustrated because I thought I had enough and I didn't quite have enough. I had to buy one piece of wood. It was $5. So if you're keeping math, what is that total? That totals $596. So no. But let's dive into the numbers and see, could it have been done for 500 bucks? One of the things that's just gone through the roof since, say, 3 years ago, since, say, 2019, which is kind of the numbers I was working off of. 2019, this would have been an easy $500. One of the things that's gone through the roof is the paint for this space, this gray paint behind me. It was $45 a gallon, and I needed 2 gallons of it. So that was $90 plus tax, so figure like 97 bucks on 2 gallons of paint. Is there cheaper paint? Absolutely. I kind of get spoiled because I'm used to doing projects at a really high level, so to come down to this level, it's a little difficult for me, but nevertheless, I'm used to getting high quality paint. And a few years ago, that same high quality paint was probably $30 a gallon. Well, it's now $45 a gallon. I also spent $38 on primer. I don't know when primer got outrageously expensive, but it was $38 a gallon. Paint supplies has been something that went through the roof as well. I remember I've painted lots of spaces in my own house. Normally I used to spend about $30, maybe $40 on paint supplies. Spent $137 on paint supplies this time. Like I said, it included sanding pads, it included certain items, but Still, it was $137. That's just a lot of money. No matter how you cut, no matter how you look at it, it's a lot of money. Had I scavenged some paint supplies from other places, I would have been a lot cheaper, but I'm not going to be one of those YouTubers that tell you can make over a room for 200 bucks and conveniently hide the fact that there's like $2,000 worth of Carrara marble just randomly sitting in the room that they didn't charge for because they had it. Nope, not going to do that to y'all. This $596 figure also does not include the $54 I spent on paint stripper and paint stripper supplies. I didn't include that at all because it wasn't fair, because that was just a disaster. You live, you learn, you move forwards. So, like I said, it was $596. If you took off the $97 for this room paint, say I didn't paint this room at all, I could have easily have painted the kitchen and redone the kitchen for the 500 bucks. I also would have cut down a lot on my prep had I not painted this space behind me. And that was with the paint supplies. So say I would have saved $50 there, I would have saved $97, so $147, had I not done this living room area, but kind of needed to be done. So I guess the question is can you do it for $500 and can you do it in 5 days? And to answer both of those, it's a big no. Not in this situation. And that's why you always got to be prepared. Every situation's a little different. Every house is a little different. You never know what you're going to come across. Do I regret the fact that I spent an extra 100 bucks on the space? Absolutely not. Would I do it again? Absolutely. The space, I mean, look at it. It's amazing. So join me next time. I don't know what I'll be doing. Maybe I'll be making lemon tarts. That was the plan for this past week anyways. And instead I'm doing a remodel kind of facelift thing. So don't know, but tune in and join me on whatever the next adventure is. See y'all later. Bye.